The kingdom of Deltora is shrouded in darkness. There once was a time when the Belt of Deltora protected the kingdom from such evil. It was Arden, the first king, who forged the belt and affixed the 7 tribal gems to it. Each gem had a unique and magical power, and united, they made Deltora unconquerable. However, the gems were stolen and scattered to 7 of the most dangerous places in the land. This was the doing of the evil Shadow Lord, who then conquered and ruled the land by terror. It is in dark hours that true hope and courage are born. Out of this despair, a boy would step forward to defy the Shadow Lord and search for the 7 gems. These are the adventures of Lief, Barda, and Jasmine.
You all right, Jasmine?
You must be exhausted.
My legs feel like jelly and I'm starving. I want to cry, but I don't even have enough energy for that.
We're all in the same boat. Complaining is only going to make us all feel worse.
I know it doesn't help, but it just feels like this flatland goes on forever.
Maybe, but if we don't keep going, the Shadow Lord's servants will spot us. Once they notice all the smoke coming from the city of rats, they're gonna come after us.
That's true, but it still doesn't make sense to me to run off without a plan. Kree, could you help us out? Fly ahead and see if there's anywhere safe to hide. Ah! Let's rest a bit, okay? At least till Kree gets back.
Huh? Not good. Look up! Over there! It's an Akbaba! Come on! We can hide over there!
Huh? Oh!
Hurry! Jump!
Where's Kree?
He should be fine. It didn't look like the Akbaba noticed anything.
How long do we have to stay like this?
We shouldn't move till it's out of sight.
When did you become so patient?
Well, I've always been that way, like my dad.
You know, you don't talk much about your dad.
He's an honorable man.
Hey, since there's nothing else to do, why don't you tell me all about him?
Huh?
We can't move until the Akbaba leaves, right? We've got loads of time. So, tell me everything.
Okay, sure, but it's kind of hard to know where to start.
From the beginning usually works.
Okay, from the beginning. My father, Jared, used to live in Del Palace when he was a little boy. Even though he was the son of a servant, he and King Endon were both raised by the same nursemaid.
Jared, Endon, how many times have I told you not to play in the flower beds?
Oh no, it's Min!
Quick!
Let's get out of here!
Hey, don't you run away from me, you little rascals!
Sorry, Min!
Oh, those boys.
The 2 boys grew up together in the palace. They played, learned, and got into trouble like 2 brothers. To Endon, the Prince of Deltora, Jared was the one true friend he could trust completely. But all of that was about to change forever.
Jared, are you awake?
Yeah?
Come with me, quickly. The king has passed away.
It can't be true. No!
Which means Prince Endon will succeed the throne.
But he's so young.
He doesn't look very confident.
How can he possibly rule a kingdom?
His father just died and now he has to take the throne. Wouldn't you be nervous if you were him?
Endon was known throughout the palace to be a kind and sensitive boy. Because of this, many felt he was not ready to rule. However, as soon as the symbol of the successor to the king, the Belt of Deltora, was placed around Endon's waist, the attitudes of the nobles changed.
Father, I will make you proud. Incredible! The belt has recognized Endon as king. Huh?
Thank you, Prandine. You may step back now.
Yes, my king.
By then, the wearing of the belt was no more than a ceremony. By the laws governing Deltora, known as the Rule, the belt was to be locked away in the highest tower of the palace.
That's so stupid!
Keep your voice down.
Maybe if he'd worn it all the time like Lief does, the gems never would have been stolen.
You're right. But he was just following the rule.
For the first time in his life, Jared too wondered if this was wise. So he slipped unnoticed into the palace library to read the Belt of Deltora.
This isn't good. Every new ruler has been more powerless than the one before.
Arden, the first king of Deltora, knew that the Shadow Lord, though defeated, was not destroyed. And so he wore the belt always, and never let it out of his sight.
Father, I'm not ready. You left me too soon. I can't rule this country without you. Huh? Jared!
Please, Endon. I need to talk to you now.
What are you doing here? You may be my best friend, but even you aren't allowed to come in here. It's against the rule.
Calm down. Just listen to me for a moment. It's not right for the belt to be locked up in a tower. You shouldn't have taken it off. You should wear it as the ancient kings and queens once did.
What are you talking about, Jared?
You've got to get the belt and put it on. Let's go.
I can't. You know as well as I do what the rule says.
Forget the rule, it's nonsense. It's just a bunch of dumb regulations created by all the chief advisors of the past.
What's gotten into you, Jared?
The truth, that's what. There's another thing you've got to do.
What?
Have you ever seen how things really are outside the palace walls? In the city and beyond?
No, you know that.
Well, you need to. Don't you see you've got to talk to the people? You need to walk among them and gain their trust. If you're their king, don't you think you should do that?
No, of course not. That's forbidden by the rule. Besides, I know that all is well.
How sure are you? Did you know that not once does the Belt of Deltora say you can't leave the palace?
Huh?
But it does say that the belt is powerless unless you wear it. All we've ever known of the kingdom and its people is what Chief Advisor Prandine reported to your father before he died.
And is that not enough?
Chief Advisor Prandine.
What are you doing here?
What have you gone and done? Read a few books and now you think you know how to rule the kingdom? What exactly are you planning to do, servant boy? I know. You've been jealous of His Majesty ever since you were a child. And now that he has taken the throne, you seek to destroy him. You are the worst type of traitor!
That's a lie! Please believe me, Endon. I was only thinking of your safety. Here.
Beware, your majesty! He has a knife and clearly intends to harm you with it! Villain! Traitor! Guards! Guards!
You're a liar. You framed me.
Was that Jared?
What are you two doing? Jared is the culprit!
Jared? I don't believe it.
He has a knife which he intended to use against our king! Find him!
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jared. Why'd you do that?
Now I know Prandine is evil.
His Majesty's been attacked! He was betrayed by Jared!
Find Jared!
Huh? That's the tree we used to climb all the time. I know. It should be right here. We used to write all sorts of notes to each other in code. Remember? All you gotta do is take out the ELs. If you need me, aim high, and I will come. You should be able to figure it out.
All right, you be careful, old man.
I'm sorry, Endon. I want to help you, but I can't stay here any longer.
Stop right there.
Ugh. This really stinks.
We're going down a hill. That must mean we're outside the palace walls. That's weird. I never noticed that fog before. I don't believe it. Is this really what the city looks like?
Come on.
Excuse me. But we saw the city from the palace. It was nothing like this. It was beautiful.
The city of Del, that Jared and Endon used to look at together, was nothing but a lie, an illusion surrounding the palace.
So they'd been tricked the whole time?
For years, this evil magic had blinded the eyes of the kings and queens of Deltora before Endon. The Shadow Lord is clever and sly, and to his anger and envy, 1,000 years is like the blink of an eye. He basically already ruled Del, but thanks to the belt, he could never attack the palace directly.
The spirit of Arden was with Jared that night, for Crean, who was also a blacksmith, was the only man in Del who would have taken him in.
Excuse me. Thank you very much for saving me. Oh.
How did you know to do that, boy?
I learned the art of a blacksmith in the palace. I think I'll leave now because I don't want to cause you any trouble. But please, if palace guards come around, don't tell them that I was ever here, okay? They'll tell you that I tried to attack the king, but I need you to know that's a lie. I could never do a thing like that.
From where I sit, that's a shame. If you had succeeded in ridding this miserable world of the new king, I know that many in Del would have thanked you for it.
This was the state of the kingdom. The king was not loved, but hated. Is it any wonder? As far as his people knew, he lived in luxury, behind high walls while they suffered. They did not understand that he had no idea of their troubles.
The guards will not come here. I threw your clothes over a cliff into the sea, and I watched as a group of guards identified them as yours. As far as the palace is concerned, you drowned while trying to escape. Do you have any place to go? Well then, you can stay here, but you'd have to earn your keep. Those clothes you're wearing used to belong to my son.
You had a son?
His life was taken 3 years ago. His dear wife met the same fate just before him, after their only child was born. She's been living with me ever since, and she's all that I have left. Her name is Anna.
And so Jared stayed at Old Crean's forge, working to earn his keep. Years passed. Jared and Anna married. Old Crean died, and Jared took his place as blacksmith. Jared knew it was impossible to contact Endon directly, for Prandine saw to all the petitions addressed to the king, never once showing them to Endon himself. Jared's only hope was that Endon would one day go to the hollow tree, read the note, and send him the signal. Every morning before work, Jared would look up at the tree rising against the misty cloud on the hill. He looked carefully, searching for the glint of the king's golden arrow, the signal that Endon needed him. But it was a long, long time before the signal came, and by then, it was too late.
Jared? Jared?
Huh? Anna?
What's wrong?
Oh, I guess I was just having a nightmare.
Not to worry. It's morning now.
Impossible. Akbaba. They eat dead flesh and live for 1,000 years. I've heard that 7 of them serve the Shadow Lord himself.
But what are they doing here in Del?
I don't know, but I fear. Huh? That's the tree. There's no mistake about it. A golden arrow. It's gotta be the signal from Endon. After all these years, the time has come.
It shone brightly. And to my dad, that arrow held hope.
Jared trusts his friend. He still believes that someday his hope will be fulfilled. Only now it's Lief who carries that hope with him.
I see.
Okay, it should be safe. I'd say it was worth the wait, wouldn't you?
Let's hurry before it comes back and spots us, okay?
Lief, wait! What about the rest of the story?
Huh?
How did Jared and Endon meet up after that? And what happened to them?
I'll tell you the rest once we get past that hill over there.
Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go! I'll see you guys there!
Suddenly, she seems to be feeling a lot better.
I thought we had to hurry! Come on!
She's right. Let's go.
After finding Endon's arrow, the two friends finally meet again. But it's too late. The belt is already broken by the Shadow Lord. How can the kingdom be saved now? Next episode, The Stolen Gems.